Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this particular episode, we're going to be using the Ferrari Testarossa at Expressway 600. In this particular episode, I'm going to show you guys a step-by-step process on how to get the car, the parts you'll need from both the tuning shop and from car customization. We're going to throw everything together in the car setup, and then of course will be the race. So hopefully this particular car can help you out, just in case if you have not won Tokyo as of yet. Hopefully this will do it. If not, then I would really recommend that you just save the car and just simply upgrade this car to Le Mans, because this car is pretty quick, considering it being a bit older compared to the other cars in the race. So again, hopefully this helps out, and without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the episode. Now for this particular car, it's kind of special. In order to find this car, this is one of those cars you'll have to actually get from the used car dealership. So here it is right here. Now in this time of recording, there's probably a good chance that this car might have been already sold out. So hopefully you actually have this car either in your garage, or you were just able to buy it just a few days before it actually did sold out. But there's a stats right there, and I'd say it looks pretty good. And even if you upgrade this car to a more of a low grade GTO race car standpoint, it looks pretty good too. So it's going to be a little bit costly though, so just make sure you get enough credits before you get the car. For the parts, here are the rims that I'll be using for this car. Just make sure and just copycat the options for the wheelbase with the width and the offset, and then you'll be good to go. After you get these rims required on the car, then it's going to be the custom wing set for the wing item, and that's going to be literally it for car customization. After you get those parts together, the next thing we're going to go now is the tuning parts. Here is the stage 1. We're going to need weight reduction stage 1 with sport hard tires. That's going to be it for the sports category. After that, the next part is going to be club sports, which we're going to add a few more parts to this car. Weight reduction stage 2 with high lift camshaft right there. After you get those, here is the next category right here. If you want to go ahead and just pause the episode, make sure you have the parts you can. That's going to be it for semi-racing, and then finish it off with the racing category. Here's all the parts you'll need here too. And just like I said before, if you need to just either go back and forth, making sure you do have the parts, so you're more welcome to do so. So after you get your parts together, here is the final verdict in the list itself. You can see sport hard tires is in fact the tires we'll be using for this race, with, of course, stock suspension, stock differential. You had to change your rear downforce, of course, with that fully customized manual transmission set to that 340 kilometers for your top speed. And having it 340 should be pretty much possibly the optimal place for it. It just felt the car itself just performed very, very well with that setting for the transmission. So from this point on, not too terribly hard to put together. Here's the other parts for the back of the car right here. This is the most parts you'll need. Mostly is the second part of the sheet. And if you want to go ahead and just pause the episode, just recapture and just make sure you do have everything set together, especially for the second part of the list. And after you put everything together, and of course, if you adjust the rear downforce of the car, you should be able to have that number setting. So let's go ahead and jump into the race. And as you can see, this car is going to be very quick. I'm surprised though that this car, with it having as many parts as it has, that the PP is actually still kind of low. I mean, to be fair, this car, the way it drove, the way it performed, this actually feels more like a low grade 600, like a 620, 630, something like that. Because the car itself just felt really, really good in this race. Now, I don't recall if I had any issues with oversteer or under or oversteer, but just to be on the safe side, just be careful whenever you get back to the throttle, just in case if it actually has either a understeer or oversteer characteristic. It looks like from this point of view, it does have a slight understeer. So just make sure you are double sure that whenever you do get back to the power, that you get back in it at the right time. Otherwise, if you get too into the power too prematurely, just like you just saw that right there, you will hit the wall and it won't be any fun whatsoever. But apart from the understeer characteristic to the car,
Hello there.
the car itself actually looks really good to run in this particular race. So as we make it down to the hill for the first lap, we're still in the top 5. We made an easy pass on the GTR before we actually went to the first corner of this particular race. As we get to that very tricky hairpin, luckily for us, we do have those friction brakes, which will come in handy. We're going to have to scrape the wall just to loosen speed and to also avoid rear-ending the classic Subaru, because we're trying our best here, try to make this a clean race to get that clean race bonus. We're going to make an easy move on both the Impreza and the Supra, moving us right to P3, and then we still have ourselves really good momentum. We're going to get that slipstream from the RX-7 Ria Mia, make a move on its right side, and we're going to easily take away P2 as we finish up the first lap of this race. Now, fast forward on to later in the run, we're going to fast forward to lap 3. Not only are we going to be able to actually take the lead of this race, but we're also going to go ahead and showcase the hot lap of this race as well. So I would recommend that you just watch back, see what this particular run can do, and I'll be right back for the next part of our run. Alright, so as we fast forward to later in the run, it's going to be right at the end of lap 8 before we actually do make our pit stop. And judging by how good the tires are still on the car, we're just going to refill our fuel, and that's going to be it. Now, what I would recommend doing is, if you are in fact a manual transmission driver, I would say just go about halfway to the tank to fill it up. If you are an automatic driver and you burn more fuel, I say just add a bit more fuel, or just pit a little bit sooner and just get you a bit more gas since you're an automatic driver. Finish up the race. Car did very well. Overall, it's going to be a 26:11 run. So this car, definitely for it to be a classic, has some really good pace. I do know there's some other cars out there that can easily beat this the whole time and beat that pace, but I figured for this Ferrari to be a classic and just being able to really make it transform, it is very well. Got ourselves that clean race bonus, and that's going to be it for the episode. Now, for the next preview episode I'm going to be showcasing is going to be another classic, and that's going to be using the Alfa Romeo Group 4 classic race car. It is back in the game. It actually is in the Legends cars right now, and it's going to be another Tokyo Expressway 600 video. I've actually done a race with this car, and it actually did very well. So I'm looking forward to showcase what that car can do around that track, just in case if you're wondering what it can do, first of all, and then plus if you do have the car then it should do very, very well at that track also for Le Mans too. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, why not go ahead and leave a like. If you guys like to also subscribe to the channel as well, that'd be great as well. If there's any particular builds or tunes you want me to try to make for other races, you're more than welcome to put down a particular tune under the description below or comment section, and I'll do the best I can to do that. Until then, I'll see you guys later, and take care.